Welcome back to Nerds RS, where anyone can be a kid. I'm joined by my usual two fuckfaces, Mr. Alex Siemens.
What up?
And Mr. Tyler Hosler.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey,
And
guys.
today we're talking Disenchantment, Matt Groening's new piece of work. That is kind of a piece of work.
Yeah, to say the least.
I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
Dude, I think it's funny as shit. I mean, they keep tying in like Futurama shit and
yeah, there's a lot
stuff.
of things where I'm like, oh, I gotta look in the background and see if there's
Fry's
like an
hair.
Easter. Fry's hair.
Yeah.
That one cracked me up.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I mean, you just got to go into it with no expectations because, Matt Groening's put out so many good things already.
Is that how you say his name? Is it Groening?
I have no idea. Groening. I think it's Groening.
Yeah, Groening or Groening or
I don't know.
But
Groening.
yeah, anyway, he put out The Simpsons, which, longest running animated series, so you can't go in being like, oh, it's another Simpsons, because it's definitely not going to match up to that.
Yeah, and it's definitely not going to match up to Futurama either.
No, but,
And
if you look at it, what it is when you go into it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It hasn't really had the time to, expand upon itself either. I mean, it's early stages. I mean, your first season done. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it just
that's
came
it.
out.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
we just started into this journey. So, like, realistically, I mean, it's like The Simpsons or Futurama and stuff. Like, when I first started watching them, I was just like, it's all right. But, like, as it progressed, it
I
got
don't know,
more and
dude.
more entertaining.
I always loved Futurama. Like, first time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's like a better version of The Simpsons.
I didn't like it the first couple episodes when
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
weird. Yeah, I didn't
when
know.
I got older, I got into it more. Because,
Yeah.
I was watching it, like, season 1 when it was a couple episodes in, like,
Oh,
99
yeah.
or whatever.
90.
I think it was, like, 99 or
Yeah,
2000.
because the first episode of Futurama is like the
it's
the end of the, the beginning of the millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it grew on me over time. Like, Disenchantment, the first episode, I wasn't too sold on it.
Yeah, the
I was
first
like,
episode was not
man,
solid.
like, they're just not going to pull it off. But I kept watching, and it got better.
Yeah, it got better. Who's your favorite character?
The Demon.
Is it the Demon?
The Demon.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Is it
Elfo's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Elfo's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like the guy who voices Elfo. He does like a ton of different things that I really like. He's in a show called Friends from College.
Who is it?
I don't know what his name
know
is,
his
but
name.
he's in a show that show has Keegan-Michael Key in it, which is why I started watching it. I was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
it was alright. It was pretty good. But and then also the Demon is what's that guy's name? He has that weird like prank talk show where like celebrities come fucks with them the whole time. Like Flava Flav was on, and then he was like behind the desk, and then like he like kicked the desk away, and it turned out he was like naked in a bathtub, like underneath the desk the whole time during the interview. Oh, dude, I know you know who I'm talking about. He's in like a ton of stuff. I'm gonna pull up his name real quick. You guys keep talking.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'd definitely say the Demon's my favorite personally, just because. And here's
Basically you.
I was about to say, let's be real.
No, you should do it.
Let's be realistic here. That is my entire life. Like, I don't need a demon on my shoulder telling me not to do stupid shit because I'm like, yeah, but do it, pussy. Do it.
It's Eric Andre. That's who the Demon
Oh,
is.
yeah, okay.
That makes
Yeah.
that makes a lot of fucking sense. Yeah,
If
the
you would've
Andre
just
show
said
or
the
whatever.
dude
Yeah,
from
the
Broad
Eric Andre
City.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's super great. But yeah, he's great. Like he has a ton of weird stuff. Like
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
was like one episode where he like had his cast pit like rotten fish in all the vents and blast the air. So while they were interviewing, and then there was another one where he like didn't shower for 3 months, and then he interviewed like an A-list celebrity, I'm pretty sure,
Jeez.
just to fuck with them. He's pretty much that demon in real life.
Right. Well, that's kind of my outlook on life. Is like, why not do something when
Why
you
not?
could do something?
When you could do something.
And maybe it goes good, but most of the time it goes to shit.
Yeah, do
I don't-
first and
a lot
ask
more
for
entertaining.
forgiveness later.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Elfo a lot too, just because like he's such a fucking doof. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
That's the same reason Fry was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's 'cause he's like so dumb and like seatbelts to maximum buckling and all this shit. Like all of his catchphrases are so dumb, but it's like, hey, he's funny.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
I know. Take the elf's blood, and they're like, "Oh, you think we're not prepared? Like, get the swords!" And like start like shaving the fucking candy canes and shit like that, and they're like they hang Elfo in the first episode with
Yeah.
like licorice.
He's not fucking heavy enough to
He's not
actually
heavy
hang
enough to
himself,
actually
and
hang.
the guy like hangs off him. He's like, oh my god.
He's like, "No, that's my brother, Obvioso." And then he's like macking on that chick in the bed, and then the old guy comes in. He's like, "Creepo doesn't just creep on anybody for no reason."
Oh, fuck.
Honestly, probably the weakest character in the show is Bean.
Yeah, right?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, she's like my
She's
least
just a
favorite
drunk.
of the characters. Yeah,
She's a drunk
she's like
party slut.
tries to be Bender, but is not good enough to be Bender.
I feel like she's a cross between Homer and Bender.
Yeah,
They like
True.
try to make a middle ground.
I don't know. Yeah, I love the dad though.
Yeah,
Oh
Dad's
my
fucking
The
funny.
king,
the
which
king
is
is
the fucking
hilarious.
come on,
Yeah.
pizza's coming. I love that
Oh,
guy.
man, who was Scruffy's voice in that show? Fuck, I remember someone coming on and it was Scruffy's voice.
Was it?
Yeah, and I can't remember who it was.
I don't know. There's like a ton.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra characters.
There is a lot of characters that are voiced by people from Futurama.
They've pulled from the past very hard.
Yeah, because
They're
Billy West is one of
efficient.
them, and he's the voice of Fry.
Yeah.
I know he's a...
Billy West is the voice of like everybody.
Yeah, right, true story. That guy's
20
been
people
voiceover
later.
and everything.
Everybody on Doug.
Oh,
Is that
really?
him?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
Doug, he was Skeeter, he was like a couple others too.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are just some voice actors who are just
He's-
like in everything.
Dude, can you imagine when that fucker dies, man? Like,
I know, that's
all of our childhood dies with him. You know
Yeah,
that,
true
right?
story.
Like, he was on every cartoon on Nick. He was on every, Cartoon Network. He was just
Yeah.
every fucking where.
Yeah, I know. He's been
Like,
on the scene for a long time.
Dude,
But he's so talented. I mean, like that. I don't know if you remember in the Futurama episode where like Zoidberg sings a harmony
Oh, he's
with
Zoidberg,
himself.
too, yeah.
Yeah, he sings that harmony with himself. Like they didn't just like record separate tracks and loop it. He just sang all the harmonies in like one foul swoop.
no shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Which is like insane, dude. To be able to like
God, dude.
harmonize with yourself while you're
Is
harmonizing
Is
with
that the
yourself.
episode where he gets some money dropped in his thing?
No, that's the episode where Hermes changed all his body parts into like robot
Oh yeah, and
parts.
he's like collecting them and shit.
Yeah,
and, like,
then he
makes
sings
another
the
Hermes
Monster
puppet.
Mash and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love
yeah, I
that.
remember now. I was thinking of the Hey Big Lobster song.
Hey, big lobster.
Bam, bam,
Yeah.
Red flag or code red something when he's walking in.
Oh.
It's code red sucker or something like that.
Yeah. Like level 5 money packs or something like that.
Yeah.
Like level 10 loser leaving the building. Yeah. That show is great. Yeah. I don't know. What's your favorite episode of the Disenchantment series so far?
I haven't finished it yet.
You haven't finished it yet?
No, because
It had like a weirdly surprising, like
Yeah, the end.
dramatic ending. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. Like
okay,
its show is definitely more story based
I'll
than
be
Futurama
honest,
was.
I got halfway through the first season, and then for the past week and a half, I've just been fucking bitches. So I haven't really been doing anything else with my life.
Bro, get your
except-
priorities straight.
Except for Jim and Pussy. So, I mean,
I like Seaman's everybody, a resident douche.
tried not to, but I mean that.
Okay,
that's
what's
just
your
how it
favorite
is.
of the parts you watched?
So far, I would say probably the episode where she goes to marry the other dude's son, the other king's
Yeah,
son or
that's
whatever.
probably mine.
Because it's fucking.
Oh, when he turns into a pig?
Well, yeah, he gets his head impaled and shit, and he's like bleeding out and fucking. It's like, no, I'm still alive, guys.
And they just keep ignoring it.
Fucking
and
walk
like what,
off.
like 3 episodes later, he was
He's
still there.
yeah.
Yeah, and they give him like the secret of life or whatever, and he's like, I'm okay, and then his brain falls out.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
that's probably why that's my favorite episode, is because they took that and they just, I mean, they Family Guy'd it. They just. For three or 4 episodes. And I was like, God damn it. What
Yeah.
the fuck? The angry chicken that Peter always fights.
Yeah.
just keeps coming back.
Just keep showing up.
That's one good thing I like about Matt Groening. He never did any of that shit. Like, the Angry Chicken was in like 6 different seasons of fucking Family Guy when they just couldn't think of something.
Yeah, I mean,
And Groening keeps it, I mean, not like it's
Respectably
fresh, but like he
fresh,
keeps
yeah.
shit pretty.
respectable.
I mean,
yeah.
all
pretty
of his
different all
shows,
the
though, you
time.
can all tell that they're by him, though.
Yeah.
They all have like the same feel to them.
Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, Disenchantment's got
animation
the same
style.
animation
Yeah,
style as Futurama
exactly.
does.
And same joke style as like The Simpsons and Futurama. And
Yeah.
Same like character that like oh, they're all like shitty people,
I
but
just-
they have a slight redeeming quality about them.
Yeah, and I just can't believe that, like, I don't know, man. It stays entertaining for me. Like we were talking about earlier. I mean, for me, yeah, it's not Futurama. Yeah, it's not Simpsons. But at the same time, of a show, I'm pretty fucking down with it.
Yeah, it came out pretty good and strong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, it's Matt Groening. He's
Yeah, I
always
mean,
killed
it's
it.
pretty hard to disappoint that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's your favorite, like, one-liner? Mine is probably, like, the, Floor, you're always there for me, Floor. You're never judging me.
Like walls and
Like
stairs.
walls and stairs.
That was one of my favorites. I don't know, mine's probably, hi, I'm Elfo.
Yeah.
Because it's every time anyone talks to Elfo.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like that. I'm drowning! He's like, I'm Elfo. I'm
It just walks
Elfo.
away. Just keeps walking.
Alright, guys, let's get our story straight. She was already dead before we left.
Oh man. I don't know.
But I don't understand it. In that show, like in the first couple episodes, they were talking about how like everything, their civilization is super poor and stuff like that. But it didn't seem like everybody was super poor there. Like there was a lot of beer to go around.
Yeah, Dreamland was pretty stuck.
On fire on that party game.
True.
I thought
true.
they were gonna do. I don't know if you remember the episode where she goes and becomes the ambassador for like the lizard people.
Yeah.
And then I thought they were gonna do like a Wicker Man episode there for a second, because she's like, oh, the burning of like the hay man, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a Wicker Man episode, which I was super excited about because I actually really liked that movie, even though it's like widely hated and
I was about to say, I've
known
never,
very much to be a very bad movie. I do like
I've never
it.
seen it.
It's like right at the point where Nicolas Cage was like, fuck my career. It was like right at that point.
So right after he turned 25.
Yeah, it was like,
I swear to Christ, that guy was in everything when he was young and
dude,
he was killing
he was
it, and
killing
then
it.
just went.
He was
to
in like
shit,
4
man.
movies a year.
He must have like went deaf at 25 or something, because
Dude.
then he just started not acting and yelling everything.
Yelling.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Oh, did you see that fucking meme that I shared? R Us page too. It was like, I think I finally found out what Nicolas Cage was trying to discover in all those movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
so
they had the
he's-
dollar bills folded up and it said "Eat more ass."
Yeah, that's why he showed that.
I actually just watched National Treasure for the first time.
For the
like,
first
this
time,
week,
dude, I
yeah.
fucking love that
Was
movie.
not a bad movie.
Yeah, I wasn't
I liked the
disappointed.
first
Yeah.
and the second one, honestly.
The
I think
second
they're-
one wasn't bad either.
No,
Honestly.
they're
It was
both, like,
kind of
really
entertaining.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I love history and shit.
Yeah, I know.
probably
That's why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
Like, granted, like 99% of the history they fucking put in there was not
Bullshit
It did
and a
not seem
half.
legit. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't done my research on it, but I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Although that's like the one movie Sean Bean didn't die in.
true.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, see, like the only movie he's ever been in that he did not die in.
Maybe that's why it was mediocre.
Yeah. No, I don't know, dude. I do like that movie.
'Cause you're just waiting for the moment.
Yeah. I'd like to see them get more like celebrity guest voice actors on Disenchantment.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll pick up
It's
once they
coming
make their
I'm
money
sure.
and shit. Because I mean, like, you know,
Well, look
they
at it. It's
he
being
just
funded by
ended with-
Netflix
Yeah, he
instead of
just
Fox.
ended with Fox, so he just started with Netflix. I mean, I'm sure that he only has so much, you know, in his budget that he can really pull
Well,
from.
Netflix
at
is
the
buying
moment.
everything right now.
But
so
exactly,
Yeah,
and
I mean-
Netflix is just fucking buying out all these fucking actors, and I mean, fuck, dude, they got Will Smith for a fucking movie.
They got Will Smith. They got Brad Pitt for a movie.
yeah.
Dude,
I
okay,
think
like,
they got Matt Damon locked in for a movie. here
did
pretty
anybody
soon.
watch that Bright movie? Did
No.
anybody else watch
No,
that?
I actually heard it was really
It
bad.
was okay. So I heard it was complete shit. I want a second fucking movie though. Like I watched that and I was like, that wasn't fucking bad. Like that was actually pretty entertaining.
Like I would watch.
you
that.
know, you know what it reminded me of? Did you guys ever read The Mortal Instrument? Okay, well your fucking brother got me hooked on those bitches.
Yeah, I know.
And-
I know about him. I read like half the first one, and
Dude.
I was like, it's too much teenage angst for me.
Okay, yeah, past the teenage angst, like the entertainment value of like the magic and all that shit was definitely worth it. So in my opinion, definitely worth the watch. If
And
you
then they
haven't
made
watched
like
it
a
yet.
movie out of it, and it got like negative 10% on
That
Rotten
was
Tomatoes.
shit. That was shit. That was
Well, dude, it's like we
awful.
talked about in the last episode that we talked about books. It's like anytime they make a book you love into a movie, it's like you're just better off not watching it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to shoot myself after that movie though. Like I've watched some fucking movies after I've read the books and stuff and been like, oh okay, like I can see why they did this way and stuff. But that movie was god awful.
It's just like
Oh
with
my God.
DC and their comics movies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck DC.
Well, maybe if they got Zack Snyder to stop making everything.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit. You know what they should do? They should hire James Gunn.
Yeah. Oh goddamn!
Hey,
that
maybe
should
your
be
movies
fun.
won't be such shit now. Here's your opportunity, golden fucking opportunity. You
Or maybe
dumb
they
sons
should
of
just buy
bitches.
into the MCU and just have them make them.
Right?
Yeah,
No
right.
shit.
Like, hey, I know we're kind of like not the same universe, but like, do you want to do our shit because we suck at it?
Because we can't fucking seem
I
to
don't
pull
know.
our heads
I have
from our
high
asses.
hopes for their network they got coming out though.
DC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
I feel like they'll be able to do like TV
I feel that they're gonna
series.
they're trying to do what Marvel did on Netflix,
Netflix.
of making like dark TV shows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and that's the thing is like if they own their own TV like channel or whatever, they'll be able to make it as dark as they want or as, light as they want. And I feel like hopefully they'll have a good blend of both because there's characters that are dark. You have like your Dr. Fate, you have fucking, Batman, the Dark Knight, like all that shit. Like you
Yeah,
have
then you have lighter
Exactly.
and your fucking and your
Wonder
Flash
Woman,
and
Flash. You have stuff that's not as dark, and it can be dark at certain points, but you have to be relative with it.
Yeah.
So they might do all right, but anyways, got wicked sidetracked there.
Yeah, dude.
Wicked.
But
Yeah,
what would you guys like to see in season 2?
What I'd like to see in season 2? I would like more explanation of what the hell was going on at the end of season 1. Because I was like, wait, what?
It was kind of like, but I mean, they're building up for a second
Yeah,
season
but
with
it
that.
really just seemed like they were like, cram a really big storyline in this
Throw
last
a bunch
episode.
of shit
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
I wonder if they got cut. I wonder if they had like maybe a couple more episodes that were
Probably.
planned out and
I mean,
they
that
lost
shit happens
funding
all
for
the
'em,
time.
So they had to just slam it all into the last.
They got
episode.
Fantastic Ford.
Yeah.
Dude, what a fucking boner that was.
Yeah.
God damn.
Anyway,
that
not
fucking
getting
sucked.
sidetracked again.
Okay, anyway, yeah, back to
Disenchantment.
Disenchantment. I don't know. I would like to see like more story, but also I think they need like more good one-liners.
Yeah.
I think that's probably, in my opinion, where they.
Which I mean, Matt Groening's great at doing.
He's great at doing that, but they didn't have too
They
many
only
great
had
ones.
a few. Yeah, they only had.
There
a
were some
few
that were really
memorable.
great, but then
I
like,
wonder if once they get the storyline kind of portrayed out a little bit more, they'll get into that.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
right now
hoping
they're
so.
still kind of building up a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to
mean-
see more on where the demon. Why the fuck was he in that random box and he couldn't get out?
Oh.
Until she like went to close it, and then he's like, "No, just kidding. You already opened it, bitch."
Yeah.
I'm out."
Well, and also, like, I don't know if you remember this, but at the end of the first season, he gets like recaptured in the bottle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then somehow escapes anyway.
I love
Somehow
how his
escapes
ass
and-
is like 2D and 3D at the
Yeah,
same
he's such
fucking
a
time.
weird-
It's so fucking funny.
and he's like the weirdest like demon.
The cat?
Like, he
The
has,
cat demon.
Yeah, I know.
It's
He does.
Oh.
He does remind me of a cat. I mean,
Yeah.
they do summon Satan while you're asleep. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Cats
Yeah,
are the
fucking
fucking
Lucifer,
worst.
dude.
Yeah, Lucifer. Fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
But, yeah, the demon was good. The demon was pretty good. I'd like to see more Elfo.
And I'd like to see some better shit from Bean.
Yeah, true story.
Bean
I
could
mean,
definitely step up
Honestly,
for
if they
sure.
just like took her out of the show and it was just about Elfo and the demon, I
wouldn't
wouldn't be mad about
yeah.
it.
I'd
Yeah.
only be mad because her dad wouldn't be in it as much.
Yeah, that's
And he
true.
was kind of good.
Yeah, his dad would crack me up.
That's the thing is like for a main character, they really haven't portrayed her much as a main character, and I
Which
feel like
is
that's
why I'm
the
wondering
disconnect.
if they're building everything around her. For
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta finish the last season because it really shows like, oh, she's got a greater destiny type situation.
Really?
At the end of the
Yeah, it
season,
gets a little bit more into place.
starts to have like a purpose in the story besides being like
A
the
drunk.
center point for every other character to be funny around.
Right. Okay, so real talk. Do you guys think this is before Futurama or after Futurama? If they were on a timeline.
If they were on a timeline,
yeah, if they were
well,
on a timeline together.
it's hard to say because it's not like it's set in like a historical place. It's set in like a fantasy land.
Yeah, I think it was meant to kind of be like a medieval kind of era show almost. But
But
then
then they
again,
got all the
it could have
fantasy
been
and-
after Futurama because when you're watching that episode where Bender is going back in time, all that, and then he's like just sitting through and he like ends up creating the whole history of like the intro, like when all the aliens are coming and all these civilizations are taking
Yeah.
over in the intro.
Yeah.
And
There is a
it
part where a castle
well, yeah,
builds
and
up,
it
yeah.
rounds back to that, and then the same thing when they're professor's like, oh, just get in, we'll go forward a minute, and they end up going forward like 1,000,000,000,000 years.
Yeah.
And then they keep going and they round around back to it, miss it, and they round around back to it, and then hit it again.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was wondering what your guys' thoughts on it, because I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, it'd be fucking funny because they had Fry's hair.
5000.
Yeah, if it was in the future or whatever, because
they dig
like
up Bender sometime in the future, that'd be cool.
Exactly. Like, okay, so like the society got destroyed or whatever, and then it slowly rebuilt itself and all that shit, like you were saying when they were fast forwarding and stuff. With that, do you think, what are your guys' thoughts on it being future or past?
I mean,
I would say
past.
past. Honestly, would be my thoughts on it.
I hope for future.
I'm hoping it's the future.
Yeah, I hope.
I don't know if you remember at the end of Futurama where like everybody freezes and then like Fry and Leela like grow old together.
Yeah.
And then the professor comes back or whatever. No, this is just like one, like of the different universes that's like split off, and it just took me a really long time to find you.
Yeah.
But we can't just take this like sick ass tunnel and go to like any place we want.
Yeah.
And so I think it might be a split off
of
one of the many different things that could have happened.
One of the variations of the universe.
Of the universe that could have happened from the button pressing.
Okay.
Or button smashing by Fry's ass.
Smashing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I wonder how long it's going to take them to come out with the second season. I think they need to do it quicker than a year, honestly, though, because I think
they need to put more development into it.
If they don't do it quicker than a year, I think people lose interest, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That type of animation,
Netflix is popular for doing that shit. It's like with Seven Deadly Sins and stuff. I mean, fuck, man, dude. They dropped the second season after a year and a half, 2 years, and it was 4 OVAs.
Yeah.
Like, pull your fucking heads out of your asses. If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do something at first, follow through with your shit, man. Like, just follow through. That's their biggest problem, is Netflix doesn't have the follow through. That's where I'm kind of worried about it dropping off, because
if they don't put it out quick enough, it will drop off.
It will
because I don't know. I think they'd be better off getting more into the story and a better written story.
Well, yeah, I mean, they need to try.
You should be able to do that in a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of the time that shows take a long time to come out. It's not because it's not written.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah, it's always like some fucking bureaucratic bullshit. I mean, look at Rick and Morty, dude. Every time Rick and Morty like takes forever to come out,
it's because
they're always like done with the season, but then they have to negotiate like licensing for all the clothes, all the stickers, all the shirts, all the syndicated TVs episodes playing over and over and over again.
Or like has something that's like contrary to what they want to put on air and stuff, and it's like, no, that's part of the fucking show. We're trying to keep that on there. That's why. Well,
I mean, I feel like with that type of stuff, it depends on the situation, because there was an episode of Buffy that was related to like school shootings.
Yeah.
That came out, and they were about to release it, and then like the day before the episode was supposed to come on air, Columbine happened, and so they were like, no, we can't.
Well, it's the same thing with Lilo and Stitch. That plane scene when it's coming into the fucking Hawaii. Originally, it was crashing into towers in a city, but that was the month before September 11th, and they were about to release it that same month, and then September 11th happened.
Was that around that time?
Hillside,
wow, I remember going to see Lilo and Stitch in the theaters, but I didn't realize that was the same year as 9/11.
Yeah, it was like, it was about to release, like, I think it was set to release, like, almost the same week of the shit happened, and they had to rewrite that whole scene and reanimate it all, so it wasn't offending.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, 9/11 just happened. Cool, watch this movie for kids. Oh, right into a tower.
9/11 again! Ah!
Yeah,
right.
Fucking freak.
So,
PTSD.
Final thoughts. Give me a 1 to 5 stars. How many stars are you gonna give for a season of Disenchantment?
I'd say 3.5. They did pretty good out the gates, but there's room for improvement.
Yeah, I'd give it 3.5 too.
It kept my entertainment.
It was good enough for me to watch the whole season.
And I'll probably watch it again before I watch the next.
Yeah, it was good enough for me to watch the whole season, but unless they improve, I won't continue watching it probably.
Yeah, I would say a 3 for sure. I mean, it was
There's
good.
always one fucking guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, for once I'm actually lower than you guys.
I
think he's like, I love everything, 10 stars.
Yeah, right? But it was good. It just, like you guys saying, it hasn't, I mean, I only finished half the fucking season. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I've been busy well,
Being
I've
a
been
douche.
busy, but I've been busy getting busy. But besides the point, like, I mean, if I really had wanted to watch it, I would have fucking watched it. You know what else I've been watching is fucking more anime. Like, I have the downtime when I want to have the downtime, and I just have not committed to it that much. So for me, good, needs improvement for sure, but hopefully, you know, finishing
has
out the
potential.
season.
It
Hopefully,
has
finishing
potential.
out the season will build up enough for me to want the second season more so than I do right now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you heard it here. Probably last, honestly, on Earth Rest. But thanks so much for listening, guys. And as always, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram.
Give us your monies.
Give us your monies on
Patreon.
Patreons, and we'll give you a shout out.
Send nudes.
So we'll send nudes. I mean, we'll do that anyways, whether or not you give us money. But
Yeah, direct those to Ike.Siemens at... No, just kidding.
at SiemensOnYourFace.com.
At SiemensOnYourFace.com.
At dickpics.com.
And also check out our website, nerdthrust.com, for downloads so you can listen at your convenience. But in the meantime, thanks so much for listening, guys. Stay classy, stay nerdy. Have a great week.